Welcome back. So this episode we'll set up the iron production, or the processed iron production, and let's just do it in this cell right here, close to the other one. And let's just copy our little setup from down here. Processed iron, right there. And then we'll just upgrade a few of the inserters, maybe. Let's see how this goes. 42 seconds. Let's copy this one down. See how many we can fit over here. That's not too bad. Small fuel or power. No need for that anyway. Then this should now work. Yep, this is working at a good pace. Let's just upgrade this down a few times. Make a huge production of this, so we don't have to worry about this for a while as well. And right there. That is gonna be a lot of processed iron. Just let our little robots build all this, and then that is actually pretty good. Processed iron, which is used up here, which then is used to supply all of this. Guessing Coke is going to complain at some point, but I'll firstly be in a while. So, iron. It's going down, iron ingots, going down quite fast, but we should have a setup that will make sure that it can keep up as soon as all this fills up. Good, good, good. Building, building, building. That's to solve our iron and steel issues, or at least the steel issues we're missing right now. Steel plate is going up, so that should lever itself out quite soon. How's this going? Being emptied out? Seems so. Can move these free. And let's see, we have some rubites that we need to clear out as well quite soon. We have a ton of crotinium. That's perfect. So what is the next thing? That is good, that is good, that is good. The rest can wait a bit, not that important. So I think we should start to launch a few rockets again. I think our setup is at a point where it can handle it without going completely haywire. At least that's what I hope. So let's try and launch just one rocket now. Or just auto launch, so we can get the things into space we need, the 7 satellites. And start to spend some resources and see where our deficits are again. So let's set it to auto launch. Why not? There we go. We have the next ready. I want to watch my second rocket launch as well. Can never get too much of this. It's gone. Out comes the science. Rocket 2. Satellites 2. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So continuing on, let's remove from here the iron. It's not really needed anymore. And let's just give this some time to produce. While that is producing, I'm probably gonna go for the next step in our production modules. These are full. We pretty much need polished diamond, or ruby even. Ruby. And for that, pretty much getting this, we need these three things. That is easy enough to get. The same with the rest of these. With a grind wheel and some water, and a raw ruby we get from ruby ore. That comes from crystal dust, that comes from grinding up different kind of geodes. It seems to have different output. Not quite sure why. But we can easily just make some of the crystal dust. Copper also. Right there. Steel is full. It's perfect. The rest is filling up over here. Slow and steady. That is completely full, extremely fast. So that is exactly what I'd like to see. So, where were we? Ah, yes, the diamonds. Geolite can't keep up, the diamonds can't keep up. But let's just do a crushed diamond cell, or crushed crystal cell. Let's go over here and set it up. Let's do right here. And say gem. Let's just say ruby again, so I can find the recipe I needed. Those crystal dust I was looking for, with different kind of geodes. So setting up a crushing setup as we had before. So pretty much just copying, where is it at, one of these down here. Changing that. Then changing these to crushed instead. Or crystal dust. Instead of 2000, just make sure we already have 1000 in storage. I think that's pretty good. And then we like to just crush different things. Here's the blue one. Let's just remove these for now and copy it over 5 times. 5. And say blue. Let's do the last one here. So we have some of each of them. Oh, they fill up quite fast, it seems. Now we will always have the crystals we need, since if one of them is the only thing we're producing, we can always just get more. So here we go, crystal dust. There we go. crystal dust setup done. That is perfect. Next thing, there's a crystal dust. Then we need the processing for that. To be honest, I just like to do all this in one cell. I'm guessing it doesn't use that many. Pretty much this setup here. Do one for each. Is that the way we should do it? No, I need to have 6 on each one of them. In case one of them gets stuck, we will always be able to just pull more of the other ones. Isn't that right? How did I do the setup up here? Put in a geode marker. Oh, there's a stack one for each one. You can take out. So how should we do this? I don't really have. Maybe just fill a chest with whatever we get. Let's try that for now. And then see how we'll do a setup in the future. This is just a test setup right now. Come on, little robots. Do a little ruby here. Ruby. Let's do one of those just to make it clear where it's at. Because then what I'm gonna do here is, what's it called? Sort raw gems and sort an entire chest of those for now, and see if this is gonna work. Or we get stuck with too many of one kind. So that was that. To get to polish rupee, we need a cut one, grind wheel, and a raw one. The raw we have. Not quite yet, we have the rupee ore. So let's do the rest of the setup here. Pretty much copy this one here. Let's see how this goes. Limit it to 1 again. And let's see how many different ones we have. We have 6 different ones. Let's see if we can't fit that in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make all of them for now. Then we have them in storage. That's kind of what I want. That's all of those. Then the next one we need is together with a grind wheel and water. That means we need water in to do that. So if we just do an in right, let's do right here in the middle for now. And then we do one of each. Let's do right there. see if we can just do a normal setup. Let's try and do right there. Now this is going to be a horrible cell, but hopefully it doesn't really matter since this is just kind of a mixed cell of the gems. We need to cut him first. How did we cut the diamonds? Just needs to be upgraded one. There we go. That's good. Just needs to make some grindstones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do raw amethyst. Not the raw one, it's the cut one. Continuing on to cut topaz and a cut diamond. That should be all that it needs. Connect up some water and then put down the crafting of the grindstone. I'll do that somewhere else. I can't remember what the grindstone needed. We can pretty much do that here if we have that. Let's just do 2. Grindstone. We just need the powdered silicon carbonate. That was probably made in something else if I remember correctly. So let's just set down a production of that up here. Or do one right here. To be honest, where is our little... I should use something else. Let's just check. Only for grindstone, so we don't really need to... oh, sorry, that one. You use for anything else, you're not, so that should be fine. And carbon in a normal furnace, chemical furnace. Then we have something we can copy from up here. As I used over at the glass, the chemical furnaces. That's a normal furnace. I'm pretty sure I had chemical furnaces somewhere. Steel chemical furnace, good. I'd like to copy this little setup here, down here. And you can make this instead. Don't know why you have an input. Just gonna pick you up and place you down again since you just kind of want to. That's fine. That is working. That's gonna go to the grindstone. But first here we need to make the last thing we need. Oh, we already have that, so that's just too much right here. It means grindstone's been made. That means we're grinding up things up here. Small upgrade would be nice. And now everything here is working. Making cut rubies and other things. And then the last thing we need is polishing wheel. That we could make with that setup. See, polishing wheel. And then we need to make the last thing somewhere else with the mineral oil. Right there. Polish compound, because we need the base mineral oil, and that is easy to make somewhere else. But we already have the base mineral oil set up. So change you for what's it called? Polishing wheel. Polishing wheel. Just fly in the resources we need. Easy peasy. And then we just need the last one. We have mineral oil being produced here. But I think we had some setup up here where we use mineral oil for different things. We have one right here being set up in the middle of this mess here. Let's see. That's a horrible setup. That's just the way it is at the moment. If we just copy, no, I probably have to go there to fix this, just to be sure I do it right. I can just set up the last thing down here before I leave, so we can get the polished things, because that's just in a normal setup. Can we do 6? Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can say start with ruby over here. Say polish ruby. Sapphire. Emeralds. Amethyst, topaz, and lastly diamond. And then we just need to set up, holy moly, no, it's still just down here. Kind of fine to keep up. They're getting quite strong, that's all I can say. But that is fine. Or turrets are keeping them out. So polishing thingamajig is the last thing we need, and then it should all be working. So let's just go back to up here. Quite a lot of robots are traveling around our base right now. A bit more than 2,000 are hard at work. We might just be able to copy this and just start over here in a new area, like that. And then just do a small pipe that way. Oh, it's not polishing wheel we need, it was something else. It was called compound. Oh, is it made in something else? Chemical plants. Oh, it's loop crimp. I need the base mineral instead. I actually thought that was what I was making here, but guess not. Base mineral oil, we have it right here. But ain't we using it for something else? Let's just see. It's being used to make lubricants. That's pretty much what we're making here, I'm guessing. Yes. What else is being used for? Not a lot, it seems. So should we just steal a small amount right here? Yeah, I can't see any problem with that. At least not for now, or we could just fly it in. Let's keep it all in one cell instead of spreading it out all over the base. I've done enough spreading of things to other cells so I can find them later. So let's just go down here and do it the same place. Because we do have enough room. So if you just do what's called an in, right here, I'd like to copy this little setup right to here and change you and you for some chemical plants. Like to make some polish. Press right there. Exit base. Well, out, and then do a lot less than that. Just 100 is more than enough. And let's see if we can't get this working. It's going to deliver down to here, or down to where it's been crafted. And then we're making the rubies, and those are gonna get delivered over to the production right here. And then we connect the next row of these. Let's see it get delivered. Delivering 6. That is perfect. Come on. These are just grabbing what they can now. Working. Probably put in some filters on these so I can expand out the production. Let's see, it's right. Oh, ran right past it. Just say I want 100 of each. Just say 100 and copy paste it around. Should all stop now. That's exactly what I want for a few minutes. Or I can just say 100 of tier 1 modules. 100 of tier 2. Down here, 100 of tier 3. Go down here, 100 of tier 4. Go down here, 100 of tier 5. Then I should be able to make all the other tiers as well. Let's see what tier I can make here. Tier 6, not researched yet. Let's just check what they need. Where is our productivity? This one is right here. It pretty much just needs that one. Let's just get that researched and see if we can't continue down this track. That just needs these. That's been researched, so like that one. Like that one. And the rest is going. This is gonna give us the next tier of these that's 5% better again. And this is pretty much one of my most important things to get at the moment. Let's just double these productions a bit. It shouldn't start or anything. The same if I do it up here. These should just idle in because we have more than the 100. Yeah. Let's just set up our little rocket silo here. Now we are producing what we need. And I think this is a pretty decent place to stop. So hopefully you'll like and subscribe. I think this has been a pretty good episode so far. Everything's going quite well, except what isn't. But there's always something. There's always a bottleneck. There's nothing you can do about it. But for now, it's looking bright. So like, subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.